Starting off giving all glory, all praises to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah, God of Israel, to the 12 tribes of Israel, blacks, Latins, and Native Americans respectively from the tribe. It's Kaya coming in with another lesson, man, on a beautiful Sabbath morning in Fort Worth, Texas. Feeling good, man. Had a few blessings to pour in. Just stay down, endure to the end. Stay down this truth, man. And shit, hey, you ask and you shall receive in the name of Yahweh Shah, you feel me? That was on a personal note. This lesson is gonna be called Death to the Oppressors, man. Fuck Edom, man. Fuck these Edomites, fuck these white motherfuckers, okay? Because in the Israelites, and the Gentiles call themselves African Americans, or nigga, black, whatever. Like we tend to see ourselves as our biggest enemy. You feel me? Like what it say? The word says you should have an evil eye towards your brother. It says how it talks about how women, would have an evil eye towards their kids, towards their not if they don't even make it the husband, towards their baby father or the child, the father of their child. You feel me? When in all actuality, who has us thinking like this and mentally pressed like this? It's Edomites. Come on, man, these nasty ass, cave dwelling ass Idumeans. You feel me? We're gonna get right to it, man. We're gonna rebuke Edom today, as we should every day. Cause fuck Edom, man. Fuck Edomites. You know what I'm saying? I'll put on some more personal look, on the side as I go on with these scripts. You gotta bring scripts out, but I'll put on some more personal, accounts that I don't have in the recent motherfucking weeks. You know what I'm saying? So starting off, this is Isaiah chapter 47, verse 5 to 6. Verse 5 says, "Sit thou silent and get into darkness. Sit thou silent and get thee into darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans." Talking to Yahweh Canaan about last week, he explained to me that the Chaldeans was involved in heavy witchcraft, which, what do you think motherfuckers, these Edomites involved in now? These Hollywood motherfucker, Hollywood Walk of Fame motherfuckers, and these goddamn used to go to New York and everybody, man, come on now. These motherfuckers involved in witchcraft. They drinking blood. They out here sacrificing kids and babies just to keep their little momentum going. They little, they little whatever they got going on. The Illuminati, when in all actuality, Israel is the Illuminati because we're the illuminated ones, okay? Like I say, if possible, they would try to deceive the very elect. You got to know these things. Continuing on with Isaiah chapter 47, verse 5. "For thou shalt no more be called the Lady of Kingdoms," right? Because Babylon is like, in this world is, United States of America. Everybody want to get in, you know what I'm saying? Even other countries, other nations, they want to come here. They think they're going to make money, establish their households, establish land, and, have their kids, some when they grow up. Like, yeah, Lady of Kingdoms, okay? "I was wroth," okay? That was verse 5. Verse 6 says, "I was wroth with my people. I have polluted mine inheritance and given them into thine hand. Thou didst show them no mercy. Upon the ancient hast thou very heavily laid thy yoke." Right, and I believe that's Yahweh talking. If not Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah, let me just say the whole name. He said, "I have polluted mine inheritance and given them into thy hand." And I was reading one script. It said he didn't give us to them to be destroyed. He gave us to them. He didn't give us to them to be destroyed. He gave us to them because we was going off by the law. So that's why we have to be heavily captivated under the Babylonian society, and this is the Babylonian captivity, which is the last captivity we ever have to go through. Because after this, it's the new heaven and the new earth. You know what I'm saying? But that's why we're very, very heavily oppressed. That's why they can kill us in the middle of the street, get away with it, as long as they got a police badge and a Glock 19 on their hip. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers always talking about they could have used a taser. They don't give a fuck about no taser. They don't give a fuck about no taser. They probably, most of them don't even use a taser, you feel me? They want to kill us, man. They're the devil. They're the devil. They're the spawn of Satan, you feel me? Just like how we're God's children. Guess we're Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah's chosen nation. Guess who Satan and his people are, man? It's these Edomites, man. These redneck, pale-skinned motherfuckers, man. They don't care about us. He says, in verse 6, continues, says, what did he say? "I have polluted mine inheritance and given them into thy hand. Thou didst show them no mercy." Like, they don't show us no mercy these days. They're going to slave you for 12, 13, 14, up to $20 an hour. And motherfuckers think like, man, $20 an hour, that's pretty good. Guess what? It's these Edomites that ain't doing shit. Making 35, 40. Man, I walk into work, motherfucking Edomite, he sleep. I'm like, damn, what the fuck? We all working and shit, and we getting ready to start the machine up. Nigga, you sleep in the chemical room, and you making more than everybody. You know what I'm saying? That's just the type of things that we have to go through. We're going to keep moving. This is Romans 9 and 13, chapter 9, verse 13. As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. Who does Jacob go back to? Jacob, formerly known as Israel, or Jacob, also now known as Israel, Yasharallah in the Hebrew. But Esau have I hated. Exactly. Y'all knew that Esau was going to do these things as soon as he came out of Rebekah's womb, okay? He knew what Jacob was going to do as soon as he came out of Rebekah's womb. All right, these are our forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, you feel me? To Israel, okay? You got Edom, you got Esau. That's the forefather to Edomites. These white people out here, these Caucasians. You know, Russians, Germans, motherfucking, you from the United States, motherfucking, you got white people in Africa. They're all Edomites, okay? Just like how how Israel spread across all the 4 nations. Same thing for them. They there. 14. What shall we say then? Salakim, this is Romans 9 and 14. What shall we say then? Is there unrighteousness with God? God forbid, right? Because they live off of unrighteousness. They don't give a fuck about nothing they do as long as it basically profit them money. You feel me? As long as they got themselves. For he said to Moses, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy, Jacob, and I will have compassion on whom I have compassion, Jacob. Right? Because what we supposed to do? We, for the most part, well, this really going to back then because it's talking about Moses, but our people was supposed to be, according to the laws, we were living in righteousness, okay? And there was a time in the ancient days where all of Israel was under the law because all of Israel knew they were Israelites. Feel me? But what do you say in Isaiah 47 and 6? I have polluted mine inheritance and given them to thy hands for going off from the law. This is 2nd Esdras, chapter 6, verse 8, start at verse 8. And he said unto me, from Abraham to Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. Okay. Verse 9, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Okay. When it says Jacob hand held first the heel of Esau, personally, what I feel what I feel that means is, like, looking these days, like these latter days right now, it ain't too much you can do unless you go through Esau. Shit, if you want to buy a house, who the landlord gonna be? A motherfucking white motherfucker. You want to fill out a job application, who gonna be the person to hire you? Most likely a white motherfucker, you feel me? Like, of course, we have black-owned businesses and Latino-owned businesses, and I was a manager before, and I was actually doing the hiring and the process and firing. I ain't really try to fire nobody, so, fuck with you, just go to work, you feel me? Man, these Edomites, man, they controlled this world. They was given the blessing of the heavens of this world. That's why they got all these. That's why, you know what I'm saying, while we trying to get all these Camaros and Mustangs and Challenges and Chargers, these motherfuckers popping out with Lamborghinis and Ferraris and shit, and that ain't none of them. And they, man, let their kids 20 years old drive a Lamborghini in high school. They don't give a fuck. He crashed it, I just buy a new one in 2 months or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, don't think that Edom just got it made all the way. No. We gonna get to that too. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning that follow. That new heaven and that new earth is going to be given to who? The righteous people. 144,000 of the righteous elect of Israel. We're going to be able to establish that new heaven and new earth amongst the throne of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah. All these other nations, including Esau, is going to be our motherfucking slaves. Captives shall be led into captivity. And he that killeth with the sword shall die by the sword. We all know what did Esau created. He created that iron sword. Well, maybe not. He probably did. For sure, he created that gun, which is made out of metal. You feel me? I believe iron and some other shit. I know nowadays it's different. You got lightweight guns and all that. But Esau, he created that motherfucking gun. He put that on them Native Americans, took them out, wasted them. You feel me? And them diseases, all that, man. He brought them diseases. He brought them guns, them upper warfare weapons, you feel me? And man, he had his way, but guess what? Not for too long, bro. Because Esau's time is running out, he know this. And let's get right to it. Zechariah chapter 2, verse 7, we're going to start at 7. Deliver thyself, O Zion, that dwellest with the daughter of Babylon. And that's speaking on, when it says Zion, it's referring to the Israelites. That dwellest with the daughter of Babylon. So we dwelling in the United States right now. And I know we got brothers all around, but for the most part, the United States of America is where you find most of the Israelites. For thus saith the Lord of hosts is verse 8. For thus saith the Lord of hosts, Yahushua, after the glory hath he sent unto me the nations which spoiled you. It's like Israel, we can't stop doing what the other nations doing and feeding to what they doing, eating what they eating. You know what I'm saying? Living how they living and shit. Oh, we ain't supposed to be doing that. We're supposed to be doing what Israel's supposed to be doing. For he that toucheth you, toucheth the apple of his eye. Okay? So let's go back. It says, for thus saith the Lord, hosts, after the glory hath he sent unto me the nations which spoiled you. For he that toucheth you, toucheth the apple of his eye. Right. So it's going to come a time, man, to where, like I said, it's going to come a time in new heaven and new earth off top. It's going to come a time to where these nations is going to crumble. You feel me? And they not going to be able to go to Israel anytime they want to make some quick money, or hey, buy this 2 for 1, or hey, come to my store. It's going to be a time that these nations, they up here, they slow, and it's happening right fucking now. I ain't even going to say it's going to be a time. We in them times. They crumbling, man. They slowly falling, man. Because, like I say, out with the old, in with the new. We waiting on that new heaven and new earth. This old earth is coming to pass very fast, whether you see it or not. And I know I'm even the ones be like, man, like, yo, shot, like, man, I can't wait for this shit to end. Like, this shit seem like never end. But guess what? The Lord said he not slack with his promise concerning the covenant. And he said he only coming to bring evil, man. That's why I know deep down, that's why I know in my head, like, you know what I'm saying, just endure to the end. That's why I say last shall be first, first shall be last, endure to the end, patience of the saints, man. And then we gonna get to Obadiah chapter 1, verse 9. Thy mighty men, O timid, shall be dismayed to the end that everyone of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter. That's the end all be all of what's gonna happen to all these Edomites. Cut off by slaughter. You're gonna have to, for everything that you've done to Israel, you're gonna have to be recompensed for that. It's gonna be put on top of your head, okay? Cut off by slaughter. For thy violence, is verse 10. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. You're gonna be cut off forever. What that's going into is cut off from your kingdom. Because right now we in the Babylonian kingdom, we in the Babylonian society, we in this westernized as world. You even seeing places like North Korea or South Korea, whichever one of them, actually banning people from wearing the things that the Western culture does. Man, it's a hellhole and a hell show out here, man. Like I say, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, he created green, blue, all types of color, beautiful world, but it's so polluted, physically, spiritually, mentally, all this is polluted, man, because of these nations and more the top nation, Edom. I ain't saying the top nation is, because we the chosen nation, Israel, but they run this shit, you know what I'm saying? They don't, like I said, man, they don't think, man, like, they think that they about to make the space, build a space force. They think they about to put all this money into these downtown buildings, into these stadiums over here and all that bullshit, and come out with these all souped up ass cars and shit, and we're gonna know, man, like, y'all got it for right now? Guess what, man? It says in Obadiah chapter 1, verse 10, thou shalt be cut off forever. Ain't nothing that you got going on gonna thrive in this world. That's why this world is temporary. That's why Yahushua says he does not have any care of this temporary world. He's gathering up his elect, man. You feel me? That's why we out here on these highways and byways, in front of these cameras, making these videos. That's why we spreading that truth to the lost sheep of Israel. You know what I'm saying? That's why we doing what we do, getting these works. And remember, your work shall not go in vain. You feel me? You in this truth, man. You studying. You showing study to show thyself approved. You studying, man. You doing what you're supposed to do. Hey, man. Remember, you got that blessing coming. Blessing of a lifetime. It says, for everything you lose in the truth, you shall gain that 100-fold. Wives, brothers, sisters, mothers, land, children. It's amazing, man. We're gonna end that. With saying our glory, our praise once again to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, God of Israel, to the 12 tribes of Israel. Hey, man, stay strong, Israel. A couple side notes. Remember, I always say this: Russia, China, Iran, and United States. Like I was told about 2 years ago, and now that's all you hearing these World War III talks. You feel me? Bring destruction. Get ready to see them ICBC missiles. Get ready to see martial law. Get ready to see United States Army, military, National Guard lining up in these streets, man. These tanks rolling in. These motherfucking Army Jeeps rolling in, pulling motherfuckers out their houses. Concentration camps. Motherfucking famines. They are, United States of America is the last place is going to be feminized. That's why you motherfuckers don't know shit right now. You think just because we eating every day and grocery shopping and shit, like we supposed to, but guess what? Come a time real quick, that shit gonna be out the door, man. You already see they cutting gas prices up. They cutting gas prices up, but yet we having gas shortages. Come on, man. That should tell you something, man. I forgot the word on that. Me and Tony, my brother Tony, Akim Tony out of Arlington, we was just talking about that. Basically, when everything they give you more, but they asking for more. You feel me? I forgot the key. I forgot the name of that word. If you know it, you know it. You feel me? We was just talking about that, man. But hey, man, just stay strong, Israel, and do it to the end. Shalom.